It's really easy to get distracted or complacent, comfortable with your life. Especially in America, we have a lot. And to me, it's like, whenever you're trying to fall asleep and you have a stuffy nose, like a clogged up nose, and you're just like, when will this ever go away? I can't believe that I ever took for granted that I used to be able to breathe. I used to be able to do that, and I can't do that now. Or sitting down after you work out really hard and you're like, I didn't know I had those muscles. There's all these things that, we take for granted. I started working with refugees when I was in my mid-20s. My wife and I get connected to this nonprofit, Refugee Services of Texas. They're awesome. And man, they put us picking up refugees from the airport. We would have dinner with them. We would help them do grocery shopping. We would take them to doctor's appointments. We would teach them English. We just spent a lot of time with refugees. And I hadn't had any experience with refugees at all. Really didn't even think about them that much, sad to say. What I learned through that process was that they have 3 months to get here, learn the language, find a job, start making money. 3 months. And they did it all with joy. Like, they did it all so happily. And it really blew my mind because it's a lot of work. It's so hard to find a job. And then, a lot of times the jobs that they find are not very lucrative. And so they have to work a lot to be able to afford living in America, because America is very expensive. It's expensive for me. And I grew up here. But they had so much happiness. And that really made me pause and reflect on my own sadness or my own, I just thought that life could have been better, and sure it can be, but why not be content and happy with what I do have? And, it's subjective. Our happiness is subjective, of course. But to me, hearing the stories, sitting down and having tea with someone that has had a close family member die by the hands of violent men, or sitting and having some of the best food in the world and being told the story of why they had to leave, why they were being persecuted because they believed something different, why they were being hunted as people. That gave me a lot of perspective, that every time that someone says, hey, how's it going? I should go, great, super fantastic, actually. Because I have the perspective of, I know what it could be had I been born somewhere else with a different set of beliefs, with a different color skin, with a different language. It could have been me. And yet I grew up here. And sure, I've seen some struggles, but nothing compares to having to run for my life, which I have not had to do. This project, Table of Nations, I was not looking for it. It just landed in my lap. It is a divine gift. And it is a gift that is nurturing my soul and bringing back the perspective that I longed to have, but lost sight of. So I really hope that, I don't hope. I really know. I know what I'm doing. The team knows what they're doing. We are We're going to make a film that shares that perspective, to share that hardship, that adversity, that hope, peace, faith. All of these nuances, all of this complexity wrapped up into one story is something that, honestly, Hollywood cannot manufacture. This is only the manufacturing of some really, really rough situations being imposed on a select few. And, oh man, and we get to eat good food. Or I do. You guys have to watch it. But it's heartbreaking for me to see people discount the refugee or to push aside the refugee because of what they see on the news when they haven't spent a single moment with a refugee. Your perspective will change. I guarantee it.